All right, gang, we are here at Tiny Camper Company here in Grovemont, or Claremont, Grovemont, whichever side of the road you stay. I am taking possession of my new Tiny Camper Company 5x8 Rugged Rhino. And I'm thanking Joe from Tiny Camper Company for building me this right here. And we're gonna do a full video when we get back home, back to Tennessee. But it is done and I am stoked. But there it is, folks. And I want to thank Daryle and Joe for their hospitality here in Florida. Great place. Just a little hot. Just a little. But I'll be back during save. And then Nick, he built it. Awesome. Check him out, tinycampercompany.com. Good morning, everyone. This is Ben, and thank you for joining us on this episode. We are headed to the Sunshine State. We got a big adventure plan, so come along, and this is going to be quite the adventure. So join Hoku and I as we head out. We have made it into Florida. We actually crossed the Florida-Georgia line, and now we are about 80 miles from Ocala, Florida, and that's where we will be bedding down tonight at a campground called the Santos Trailhead Campground. It's a big mountain bike off-road campground in not too far out of Ocala. And then we're going to be meeting up with some buddies tonight, Daryle Green, Adventure Crusader, and Doc Martin. And they're going to come out and hang out, and we're going to get some pizzas, and we're going to catch up. Last time I saw them, we were at the Southeast Adventure Vehicle Expo in Florida here at... God, I can't even remember. God, I can't even remember where it was, the city. Oh my God. But anyway, I've been driving all day, and for about, it's coming on the 12th hour. Left at 4 a.m. Tennessee time, and right now it is 3:45 Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, I got about 80 miles left, so we're almost there, and we'll catch you more at the campground. And Hoku's been doing well too. She's been chilling out in the back, sleeping most of the day, but more when we get to the campground. So we got power at this campground, 30 amp. There's the bathrooms right there. I've got the OVS tent up with the Zero Breeze all piped in. I've got the awning out. I'll probably put it up here in a little bit, but Hoku's relaxing. She's hot. You can see her panting. You know, we got some kids on the campground, but it's just a regular campground. But it's just for the night. We've got the OVS Bushville 2 up here, so it's just to lay our heads tonight. So, but you know, easy peasy, right, Hoku? Are you thirsty? Let me give you some more water. So good morning, everyone, from Ocala, Florida, and we are headed towards Groveland, Florida, and it's about an hour drive, and I am following Mr. Daryle Green from the Adventure Crusader, and we're We're gonna stop by and get some coffee and then head south for about 54 miles to see Mr. Joe at this, well, the surprise is coming. But you can tell we're in Florida. You can see the landscape. You got some moss hanging down from the trees. And, I thought he, but anyway, we're on channel 19 and on we go. So stick back around and in an hour, we'll be where we need to be. Yeah, I think it was the front end, the other entrance.
Okay, let me get over here. For the best tiny campers.
This is Joe, and this is his tiny camper company, man. It's awesome. And today I'm taking possession of the Rugged Rhino 5x8, and Joe just got done building it for me. And you want to tell them real quick a little bit about Tiny Camper Company?
Yeah, so we are a off-road manufacturer that basically makes a lot of cool trailers, from the classic teardrops to off-road campers. What we have actually done with Ben's is we've combined an off-road camper as well as an on-road camper and made a light suspension to go underneath that is independent. It is a rigid hitch off-road suspension. He does have an off-road frame, which includes 11 gauge steel all the way around, a 3-inch single pulley directly from front to back for recovery for the front, recovery for the back, as well as everything's just tied up a little bit better. We did send a couple things out for him, just as a favor, because he's a friend. We send his frame not only to paint, but we also got it over to bedliner too, so they can actually put a little protective coating on it. But this thing's awesome. It's a gunmetal gray. It's got a spare tire side mount, 2 doors, 2 windows, a back galley, MT fenders. These fenders right here are tremendous. We went with the new company that started making us our own custom fenders at 14 inches wide. We did not give them a 31-inch MT like we typically do with all our trailers, but we did go with a 30-inch MT. Just because, I don't think Ben's taking this to Moab and anything crazy, you know what I mean?
Yet.
So this is going to be something for him to kind of get off the grid, the light beaten path, but it's an in-between model. Everybody asks what's the model called. It's very simple. It's a Rugged Rhino with an off-road gear package.
And it's got enough room eventually if you want to upgrade later on. You could go with a larger tire, right?
Yeah, dude, you can put up to, man, I've seen some guy recently just put up to like 35s on this.
Yeah, and I kept in contact with Joe quite a bit, and he'll work with you guys if you decide you want to, like a lot of the stuff is a la carte, so you can say, hey, I want to get this and that, as long as you do it before the final product or the final build. But they'll work with you guys and add-ons, and it's endless. I mean, if you want to do a bed liner coating or a wrap or color, anything. If you want, this matches my truck, so that's why I went with the silver or gray. So, but it's pretty much endless, however you want to do it. So,
yeah, our business is very, very a la carte. Not everybody camps the same. Not everybody does things the same. Not everybody has to have everything in their camper. Most people that typically in our business and our industry, which Ben and I go to all these shows, they have everything. So what's the purpose of adding an extra fridge, an extra sink, an extra stove when most of the people typically don't have things that they really need in the camper? They already have, and they can bring it outside the camper. So our business structure is very simple. It's very similar to Walt Disney World. As many people know, in the past, I've worked for 15 years for Walt Disney World, so we took a lot of their business structures. People think because the price is so low that the quality is not there. That's not the case. It's just like buying a Disney ticket. You get inside the park, and then you buy yourself, you know, a $15 balloon, a $5 churro, an $8 poncho when it rains for 2 minutes. So these are how the business pretty much works. You have a standard base model. Everything else is buyer's choice, and keep going with upgrades or anything you may need.
And the material, it's not wood. You know, my old camper, which was great, I had a vintage Trailer Works, which it suited me fine, but this camper is made with both, I mean, the same material as both, right?
Yeah, it's a marine grade composite. In a perfect world, you can actually float this thing. Crazy story, we had somebody hit from Fort Myers affected by the hurricane. Their house literally wiped away. Their camper floated down about 9 blocks. They were able to let all the water out, no mildew or anything inside. The only thing we had to do is we had to hoist up the actual box of the composite, and we had to make sure we repainted the frame because the frame was completely rusted from salt water. You have everything inside. I've actually included the little ducting for the zero breeze.
Okay.
I give you some netting for the inside, so you can kind of play around with that. You do have stabilizer jacks on the back, so if you ever need to, you know, stabilize from your camp location, you literally pull this in. Everything's in.
Awesome. I like how you can access the back from the inside too. So
yeah, man, we call that the stack pack. So sometimes you leave your stacks back here.
You don't have to get out. You can just reach in. Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that Zero Breeze has actually kind of been really like.
Yeah, that's awesome, because then you can just and then the plug, right, for the electrical.
That's the shore power. Right here.
Okay.
Shore power is right there. These are access ports for your Zero Breeze.
Okay.
So the hoses come in, hoses come out. But
yeah, I like that.
A lot of other companies like to use like dryer vents.
Yeah.
And you restrict it, man. You go basically from a 3.5 dryer vent. Now this is actually about 4.5 to almost 5 inches of air.
Okay. And then we got the window on the door, like I said. I like it on.
Yeah, correct.
You know, because I'll put the awning. I'm gonna have the awning on this side. So awesome. So as you guys can see, we got that durable floor because I've got Hoku. You know, having that durable floor, if it gets wet, or you can clean it. It's easy to clean. It's easy to take care of. It does come with the rack ops, heavy duty racks. We'll put that up there. It does have the solar lights. Both doors have this one has the window with the screen, and then they both lock as well. And then we got windows on both sides, so I can see what's coming. I like knowing what's my surrounding on both sides, so yeah, that's cool. And then, like he said, they went ahead and powder coated or rhino lined the frame, which is awesome. And then eventually I'm going to put a tongue box on here so I can store my gear, or maybe put all my gear up in there too as well.
It was around the doors. The 750 is what we use for the windows, or no, for the ceiling, and the 760 is what we use to put the doors and windows on.
Okay.
So we don't use any butyl tape or anything like that. We just use a lot of polyurethane sealants.
All right, gang. So there it is, the Rugged Rhino attached to the lock and roll, and I'll tell you guys more about it in a little bit. But the lock and roll system, articulating hitch. If you're going to get an off-road camper from Tiny Campers, or if you got an off-road camper, smart investment to get one. Go to lockandroll.com, and very good hitch to get. But here it is, the Rugged Rhino from Tiny Camper Company. Go to tinycampercompany.com, and I want to thank Joe right here. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, bud.
I appreciate it. And if you're looking to get a Rugged Rhino, a Kong is your other popular one?
Yep.
Kong or anything, just go to their website, tinycampercompany.com. Check it out. He can build you one. I mean, we could have got this done in what, about a month? We did it?
Yeah.
About a month and a half. So I'm looking forward to using it. This will make its debut at the Gumbie Gathering, October 11th, 12th, and 13th. The Lucky 8 has been selected. You will see this there in the Ozarks. But again, Groveland or Claremont?
Both. This is Claremont, that's Groveland.
Depends on which side you're standing. See, Joe is in,
I'm in Claremont.
I'm in Groveland. So come out here, check them out. Check them out on the website. Great guys, high quality pieces of equipment. I'm gonna look forward to this many, many years to come. And I wanna thank everybody out here, all the workers, Joe, his wife, Kristen, and you need to come over here real quick and say hello. He is one of the builders. I met him over at Moore. He actually put some hard-earned sweat, tears. Did he do blood too? Probably some blood. So he built this camper as well as Joe. So thank you very much. I'm gonna appreciate it. And if you guys are looking to have some high quality, he's the man.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we'll catch you when we get back to Tennessee in about 14 hours, because I'm gonna take my time. All right, gang, we are back in Tennessee. We pretty much drove all day and all evening, pretty much from Orlando, Florida, Groveland. It's not too far from Orlando, all the way to Jackson, Tennessee. And it was about 740, 750 miles. Took us, we left Tiny Camper Company at 10 a.m. and arrived back here in Jackson, Tennessee about 10:15 p.m. and we got an hour back, but it took a good 11 and a half, 12 hours, but we made it back. But here it is, the Rugged Rhino, and I want to thank the folks out in Florida. First of all, I want to thank Daryle Green from the Adventure Crusader and Doc Martin. They came out to the campsite at Santos Trailhead Campground. We had pizza, had some great conversation. I apologize, I did not film a whole lot of campground stuff. Sometimes, you know, you got to put the camera away and you just want to catch up with some friends and just enjoy the evening. It was hot. I did enjoy chatting with them and catching up. So I apologize for having just a brief campground videos, but sometimes, like I said, you got to put the cameras away and just kind of relax and enjoy being around friends and enjoying the good time. Apologize, Lewis from Inca 4x4. Next time I come out, we'll do some camping. He also picked up a tiny camper from Joe. But next time for sure, buddy, I'll pass through Georgia and we'll hook up. And of course, I want to thank Joe and the guys at Tiny Camper Company, Nick, for helping me out with this. I'm going to be sporting the Rugged Rhino for the 2024-2025 season. This thing is amazing, and I'm going to do a short walk around with you in just a second, but check them out at tinycampercompany.com. right there, I'm sporting the shirt, and really good, great product. There is no wood in this camper. It is boat material. And if you go to their website at tinycampercompany.com, you can see how what is involved in this thing. And I towed it a good 750 miles, no problem. 75, 80 miles an hour. Worked perfect. So let's go check it out real quick. But I want to thank Joe and all those guys, all my Florida peeps. You guys are awesome. I'll be back, but I will be previewing this on its maiden voyage at the Gumbie Gathering this October. So I'm looking forward to it. The only bad thing is my RAM. I remember when I had my other vintage trailer works, how my gas mileage went from, I think 16 miles a gallon back down to 12. So I've got a couple things I got to work on, you know, putting the lithium batteries, maybe the solar power panel. I don't know if I'm going to put a rooftop tent on this. I may not. Propane, put the shower. I've got some things I've got to work on. The BLUETTI power station, but I've still got about a month to work on it before the Gumbie Gathering and then do the shakedown. But again, great camper. So check them out at tinycampers.com. And again, Joe and all those guys out there, you guys are awesome. Thanks to the Adventure Crusader, Daryle Green and Doc Martin for your hospitality. If you made it this far in the video, please keep on watching. If you made it here the first time, hit that subscribe and like button right down here, and you'll be notified of all our videos. Thank you again, and I will post all the links and description for the Adventure Crusader, Tiny Camper Company, and all the other stuff in the box below. Until the next video, this is Ben, Semper Gumbie out.